there, wrestling fans, and welcome to UK Wrestling Month on the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther, the third, and man, I've had so many awesome wrestlers from the UK, from the Kiaras to the Shorties to the Alfies to all the awesome wrestlers from Savage Pro Wrestling. But man, oh man, I'm opening up UK Wrestling Month with this young lady that's a rising star out of the UK. Let's give a finally, warm welcome to Violet. Welcome to Dudes at Ringside, Violet. Welcome.
Thank you. Well, that was quite a speech, wasn't it?
Well, I'm so happy that we finally had a chance to do this after all that time. All that time all that time. So finally. So it's such an honor to have you on, and it's awesome to open up a month with a rising star like you. If my American wrestling fans are not familiar with you, and why would they not be, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm from the UK. My name's, Violet Cypher, as you can probably see. And, I have been training for quite a while. And all I'm looking for is to just dominate.
That's the fun part of wrestling. Dominate, dominate, dominate. So who trained you in the beginning?
In the beginning, it started off with Jonathan Cedric from UKW. And I've got a few more trainers, such as Marty Jones from when he were back on World of Sport. And I train with a place in the UK called TNT Explosive Wrestling.
Oh, I'm super familiar with TNT. Even though I'm a guy from Pennsylvania, from America, that's one of the promotions that I've been like messaging on and off, trying to get somebody, any of the promoters, any of the trainers from TNT. So if you have a chance to speak to them, please tell them Joe from Dudes at Ringside has been dying to have anybody from that promotion to come on the show. Like, if you help, you could help. So let's go back to you. What was your energy like in your very first match?
Oh, it was just something else. You stepped in, you felt like you were the first thing in the world. You felt like you were on top. It felt like I could do anything. The adrenaline were up here. I felt like I could run a marathon faster than Usain Bolt. That is
Mm.
how buzzing I was. And to make it even better, I dominated TNT's champ in that ring.
Wow. Wow. So, like, you did your first match. What what was it like after the match when you were going back through the curtain? Like, what were you thinking? Like, what was your mindset like?
I was just thinking, I couldn't believe it, in all honesty. I had worked and fought for that position. And just seeing how people, some loved me, some hated me, in all honesty, I'm just glad I got to be there.
It's awesome. It's also awesome to speak to young wrestlers like you. Like, if if there's like if there's any young wrestlers or like people in America or anywhere like by you that want to get into the wrestling business and they just don't know what to do, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would give them the advice on going to a training school that's near you. Don't venture out at the moment if you're unsure. Maybe if you've got any contact with people that are already in the business, ask them for advice, or just search up on YouTube, or because there's TikTok now as well that's got a load of things on. Just search up, if you're in the UK or America or whatever, just search up what a normal training session's like. See if you're willing to push yourself past your limits,
Hmm.
and see if you'd want to do it. And it's not always for everyone, but if you can take that first step and go into a training school, you'll be able to see. Like, one some of the best places are in the UK, especially because it's such a crazed being wrestling and such. because it's getting more and more popular by every year. There's loads of wrestling schools opening up in the UK.
Awesome. Is there any male or female wrestler from the UK that you've been dying to wrestle that you haven't had a chance to do yet? You get in the ring
I
with?
have been I have been dying to wrestle with Alfie from the UK.
Oh, if you get a chance to wrestle her, when you first scrap up with the whisperer, tell her, "Dudes at ringside says hi," because we've had her on the podcast. That's one of like our UK buddies. Like this is kind of cool for me. We first met Alfie. I was like, Alfie. Fun fact about Alfie. When we were first talking to her after we had her on the podcast, I was like, "Oh, I want to send you a sticker." She's like, "I'll send you a T-shirt," and I'm like, I sent the I don't know emoji like this sticker for a T-shirt, and then somebody was like, just take the just take the T-shirt, bro. But yeah, is Violet, is there like a certain stipulation in a match that if like a promoter came up to you and was like, "We're gonna do this tonight," you'd be like, "I don't think I could do that."
There's one stipulation that I hate, which is a no ropes match. They
Mm,
do look fun, but it's also that safety part, because if you have no ropes to like grab onto, or say you wanted to do like a shooting star press or something, or a top rope crossbody like I do, that takes away from your moveset and it gives you a disadvantage.
mm. Yeah, I get that. There's certain promotions that do like crazy thing like death match and stuff like that. Would you ever like if you had the chance to get in ring with Alfie because it does she does a lot of hardcore matches? Would you be
Yeah,
willing to do a hardcore match with her? You would. Okay.
I would, because there's some people that you can trust to put your life into their hands, and as long as you're entertaining the crowd and you're giving them what they want and it's safe, you might as well.
Mm. So, what kind of for like the week of a show, Violet? What is like your schedule like before a show?
Well, I'll normally just try eating healthy for that full entire week, and I'll put myself through some like cardio workouts. Because I've got myself like a little home gym, so I'll work out in that a bit. And then I've got 2 different training sessions within that week as well, and I'll try fit in an extra 2, just so I'm fully prepared for that match. And whoever I'm in a match with, I'll message them, make sure they're all right, make sure they're ready, and such like that.
That's always the important part. To like when you do a match against someone, you always have to be like on the same page with them because you don't want to have miss a spot. Like if you can't do something because your back hurts that week, and they do like a spinning backbreaker and they hit you with the backbreaker, and you're like, I thought I told you the backbreaker was a no go today. um, so this is like the fun parts of the question, but my question and answer is, what kind of food do you like?
I love pizza and spaghetti. I can't choose between them. They're
Ooh,
amazing.
what type of pizza?
Either a good old pepperoni pizza, or just a normal margarita, or garlic
Ooh,
bread pizza.
do they have Sicilian pizza in the UK?
Nope. No idea what
Ooh,
that is.
you have to look it up when you're done with me. It looks like a cake. It's like this fat, and it's just cheese and sauce and stuff like that. Mm, I'm in the mood for that. It's a buffalo chicken pizza too that we have here in America. That's really really good. Um, what kind of for you after a show? What is your go to meal like food snack?
Peanuts or white chocolate.
Ooh, what about hot cocoa with it, or just straight?
Just straight white chocolate.
Ooh, okay. Um, I'm trying to think what else. Is there like if you had a forbidden door, what manager or wrestler from the past would you like to have one either manage one more match with you or wrestle one more match with you? Who would it be and why?
I would like to probably wrestle That's a hard decision. That I'd probably want to wrestle Momentum from UK wrestling because he's very quick paced and fast and such like that.
Hmm, interesting. Um, if you like, have you ever thought of traveling abroad? And if you have, what country would you like to travel to and why?
I think if I were to travel abroad, I'd wait a little few more years, and then I think I would either travel to Spain or America.
Hmm. Have you ever thought of traveling to New York or to the? I know you said you want to come to America, but like, what part of America would you want to start with?
I think Ohio because they've got I forgot the name of the place, but they've got a good broad female roster in
Oh,
this place in Ohio because they've got like Shauna Reed, who I've met before, and she's all right.
oh, OVW. Is it
Yeah,
OVW?
yeah.
You know, it's funny. I used back in the day, we had like 90% of that roster on our podcast.
Wow.
Yeah, we had oh my gosh. I'm gonna forget. We had a lot of the female wrestlers on from that promotion on the podcast. So my last question for you is, if where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years in the wrestling business?
5 to 10 years time, I see myself probably not like WWE standard because you've really got to work at that, and that will take more than 5 to 10 years, in my opinion.
Mm.
And I see myself working hard and just maybe traveling around the UK and such, working at things bit by bit. Like, I think I might try when I'm older to get onto a show at PPW in Sheffield in the UK.
What is it, PPW in the UK?
Yeah,
There's one in
is
America.
is there?
Yes, you should. I'll send you the link to their Instagram page. They're such good people. Such good people.
The one we have in the UK at the moment, they've just teamed up with a team in Italy, another wrestling school,
Mm.
and their wrestlers are really good. They've got like people like Leon Slater and people like that. You might have heard of Leon Slater in the UK
You
because
should
he's
definitely
travelled.
you should definitely check out Emily Ramirez from Italy. She's such a good wrestler and she's such a sweetheart. Even though in the ring she's a monster. But yeah, shout out to Emily. Don't kill me. Um, Thank you so much for taking my opportunity. And hey, by the way, hey Kitty, what's your
His
cat's
name's
name, bud?
Loki.
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 Loki. Aw, Loki. Welcome to the Flu family, Loki. Well, thank you so much for opening UK Wrestling Month with me. And Loki, thank you for coming on and taking guest appearance. I'm Joe Panther the Third. Your turn.
And this is me signing off Violet Cypher and
And we
Loki.
will and Loki. And we will catch you in the next one. Thank you, everybody.